Peace, HHDG. We're on another episode of HHDG Media, the podcast. And shout out, as always, everyone that continuously is tuning in, letting other people know through our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook group, HHDG, which stands for Hip Hop Discussion Group. As you can see in our bottom banner, you can check out our website, hhdgmedia.com, where we have some written interviews as well as latest music, our merchandise, and upcoming events. This is always made possible because of our company, which consists of our 5 owners, which are the Mayor, T. Smith, Skelly Top, myself, Rock Vader KB, and myself, Wiki. For tonight, we got a, how would I say? He has his own flow. He's got his own unique style. And this artist is definitely setting his own lane. You know, there's really no box to put him in, because if you listen to his latest project, No Prayers to the Devil, was dropped on December 6th, or if you go back and listen to Not For Sale 1 and 2, you can tell the various styles that he's definitely honing his lyrical skills in. And I think that's a key component to not just staying relevant, but keeping your mind sharp with what you're putting out there, because there's so many avenues with MCing that you can go into with the hip hop. And the way the culture has expanded, you have far too many MCs out there competing. So it's like, what is going to set you apart from the rest, from the pack? And our artist that we'll be talking with tonight is definitely one that, you know, he's been setting his lane. And with his new album, you know, he's got a producer that I wasn't too familiar with, so I feel like he found that unicorn, so to say. And he's also a part of a well-known crew that a lot of us definitely know about, Bad Influence. Shout out to Rome Streets, China Streets, and many more that, you know, if we haven't heard too much of the rest of them, but they definitely out there. You know, they got a few mixtape projects out there that y'all need to go check out. And like I've always said, SoundCloud has got so much out there for y'all to still, that's uncharted. Everyone wants to talk about, you know, the Spotify, the Apple Music, you know, Bandcamp. There's still a lot out there from the past that y'all can go check out on SoundCloud. So we're also going to dive into the meaning of the album and where it derived from. A lot of people might know where it originally came from if you're familiar with Bob Marley. And then also his name. His name is very significant and to his heart as well. So we definitely got, you know, a few things to dive into before we get directly into the album. So without further ado, repping Brooklyn, Canarsie to be exact, Ox Omni.
Salute.
Peace. How you doing?
I'm good, brother, man. Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Respect. You know, I appreciate you coming on and speaking with me.
More stuff, man. Likewise, man.
Now, for those that did not know, and knows a little surprise to me as well, we also have a special guest for tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And that is 94 Max, producer of No Prayers to the Devil. Peace. How you doing?
What's up? How we doing? Thanks for having me.
Good, no doubt.
Yeah. More stuff. Yeah. On my vehicle, man. Not much room, so if you can't get both on screen at once,
it's all good. You know, we can switch back and forth.
Yeah, most stuff.
So, like I said, before we dive in, you know, let's, you know, learn a little history about you. So again, I just mentioned Canarsie. I know
Yeah, man.
Brooklyn's in the heart for you.
Yeah, for sure. Humble beginnings. That's the early days, man. Elementary school, junior high school. You know, you rep where you started. You know what I mean? So, I started out in Canarsie, then we moved to other parts of Brooklyn. So Crown Heights was like my second home. From Crown Heights, it turned into Queens. Then Queens turned into Long Island, and it's like I'm New York City, man. I grew up in this whole city, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so the inspiration comes from all over.
Got you. Hempstead, right?
Yeah, Hempstead too. Hempstead too, man. Most of. Big shout out to Hempstead. Well,
That's dope. Now, a lot of us have a certain influence that when it comes to whatever skill it may be, whether it be the DJing, the production, the MCing, and it's usually a certain artist from the 80s.
Yeah.
For you, two of those are AZ and 50 Cent.
Yeah, most definitely.
What were some of those early songs that really caught your attention?
Shoot, man, it was the G Unit mixtape. It was the first mixtape he put out before the Get Rich or Die Trying era when he was remixing all the hot singles that were out at the time.
Yeah, they were going in on those. Yep.
He was G-mixing the singles, and I thought he was dope because he was singing this shit. He was singing it. He was like still gangster with it. You know what I mean? That's hard. Like, he's himself. He's relatable. You know what I'm saying? And it still sounds digestible to the masses. You know what I mean? Because I just admired that. I thought it was the complete package. As a listener, at a young age, I picked up on that. And I was like, that's something I'd want to incorporate in my own style. I would definitely have to say he was the first person I noticed with the melodic style that would probably indirectly influence me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because at that age, it's like you're emulating what you see. You know what I'm saying? You don't know anything about this art form before you actually are introduced to it at whatever point in time. So, once I was introduced to it, it was like, I want to do it at the highest level. I want to learn from the guys that are doing it at the highest level. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best way. Yep.
So,
Most definitely.
he, he the lyrics, the lyrical ability, it was just something the wordplay was just out of this world to me. You know what I'm saying? The way he put so many words in one bar, you know what I mean, and made it all made sense. Like it was the illest shit I heard at the time to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that I started off with that. That was really the two that I say influenced the skill aspect of what I do. Most
Definitely. And a thing with you and AZ that always stands out is y'all both have a smooth, seamless flow. No matter what the tempo or the style of the production that y'all are rhyming over, y'all always have that smooth, distinct flow.
It's something that I don't know. I just think it naturally just happened, man, over time. You know what I'm saying? It's like anything practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? And I always feel like I like to make shit that I like to listen to. Like the stuff that I like was the smooth shit. You know what I'm saying? The records that felt good. You know what I mean? Every now and then I'd want to hear the gritty, hard stuff, but it still had to have some form of it had to take me somewhere. You know what I mean? So that's always my focus when I write is to connect with the listener. I want to say something that's gonna not really necessarily impress you, but make you feel something, make you think about your life and your experiences. That's Styles P comes in. I'm saying living off experience, LOX. You know what I'm saying? That era, that whole Styles P D Block, there was a crazy. That's crazy. That's really where I felt like I chambered up my style. Like got into different pockets. Where if you get into my catalog, you hear the growth and the subjects, things that I talk about. It's just I feel like people respect authenticity more than anything. You know what I'm saying? When you're authentic and they feel you're human like them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just, I got $1 billion. Even if I'm not gonna brag about that because I know there's a lot of people that got $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? And I once never had $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm for the underdogs, man. I'm the voice of the people who never had a voice, man.
Yeah.
And, you know, the ones that was, you know, shunned out because you different. You know what I'm saying? You different from the masses. Everybody want to go that way. You want to go this way. So they think you there's something wrong with you because why you want to go that way? Why going this way? You know?
That's true. Very true. Yep.
Right.
Now, what's some of the ways that you can continue to hone your lyrical skills?
You know, just continuing to stay inspired, man. You know, for me, it's like it's more so about the production. You know, it's like sometimes you don't know it's there till you hear that beat, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, and it's like that's what I discovered with Air Max. He was able to tap into a space that I it was always there, but I wasn't getting the right production to like make it come out. You know what I'm saying? Like the homie like really locked in with me, man. Like this was a very what's the word I'm looking for, man? The process of this shit was it's just as magical as y'all as the listen. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
way when y'all listen to it, that's how the whole process came together. It was definitely
a collection of those moments.
Collection of moments. It was literal. It's moments. That whole album is moments. It's inspired by very specific experiences that I wanted to emphasize on, man. And yeah, he helped me to capture that. You know, for sure. Right on, spot on, man. All right.
That's what's up. Now, for you, 94 Max, what was your introduction into hip hop?
I'd say just being a listener and a fan was really my introduction. I remember getting like my first CD in like 5th grade, maybe like before that, you know, having some friends just show me some music. And then in high school, really getting into DJing a little bit. And then when I was in the dorm rooms in college, I remember I bought a machine, like one of the native instrument machines, and I didn't really take to that specific like gear right away.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, that really started my journey in like creating hip hop rather than being just you know, a fan or listener. And like I'd say like that's where my participation, you know, really started. And you know, ever since um, I did like a few like producer beat shows around Brooklyn when I moved to Bushwick back in like 2016, 2017. And then from there, I met a bunch of artists who were doing, um, who were coming out to some of those shows and like doing other shows and kind of really expanded my network from there. And, you know, kind of took it from just beat making to recording and, you know, getting more involved in the other parts of the art form. So it's been a really great journey that I'm thankful for. Um, Especially the relationships and the people I met along the way. It's been really special.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
And being that you what you mentioned, learning more than just the production, you making yourself more seasoned to the whole part of bringing in the proper sound with the music.
Yeah. I'd say like the recording and the engineering has been like a pretty big part of like bridging the gap between just like being a beats producer and then like now having my focus be to like make songs for artists and making albums. Like I know for a while it was like, you know, I was definitely producing hip hop, but kind of like the whole like I was running the beat show circuit, and it felt like I was making songs to perform live, which is great. That's what like you know got me into all this. But there is definitely a certain um, thing that you notice when you are locked in with someone, and like you are trying to like reach a certain pocket specifically for someone to ride over. So it's been cool as a producer, kind of stepping into the shoes sometimes of you know the lyricist, and you know picking up parts about that art form and all that goes into making a song what it is. You know,
Mhm.
the writing and the performance, and then you know getting the mic rigged the right way, and you know it looks easy, but you know when you're in the studio, you know I've messed around recording stuff myself trying to get the sound right, and you know it's the delivery that people have and the skill that they've honed is really a pretty crazy thing when you break it down. Very talented. Um, takes a very talented individual to do a type of performance over a record to really make it what it is. So it definitely gave me a real appreciation for that. Um,
Now, just hearing you say all of that, shows how much you're fully ingrained into the music, because not all producers want to go in that far in depth. They just want to make the beat and sing you a pack, or maybe ask what they want to hear, instead of just being themselves and making what they normally do, and then letting the artist hear it. Or, which is the next aspect of it, when you're doing an entire project like you did with Omni, you have a certain synergy when you do an entire project, MC producer, and then you build a certain rapport with each other.
yeah, um, it's definitely a different thing when you're really locked in with 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 someone like that. But um, you know, before that, you know, I like a lot of some of the beats from the project, or you know, maybe one or two of them were even from before me and Ox were locked in too. So
Hmm.
you know, I think I'm definitely blessed to be where I am, like in Brooklyn, to that extent where there, you know, the culture is really alive, and you know, there's a lot of talented people that I was able to get up with just through mutual friends and um, you know, hosting the shows and everything. But um, you know, everything is possible. You know, there's so many records that I love now that I definitely know that the beat is just sent out overseas or, you know, from wherever, and then it's recorded. So, but yeah, I think having a relationship with people definitely goes a long way. But just making beats is amazing. You know what I mean? That's how I got here, just from you know making beats in my room and loving the craft and just loving making music in general. So I think that is number one. And for, you know, for anyone, like that's definitely enough, no matter where you are in the world. You know, just keep sticking with the music, and, you know, that will get you where you need to go. As long as you know, keep a open mind and try to meet people and build those relationships instead of treating stuff transactionally,
Hmm.
um, you know, definitely goes a long way.
Got you. Now, you say you moved to Bushwick. Are you originally from the state of New York?
Yeah,
Okay.
born was born Upper East Side. I went to elementary school in Riverdale up in the Bronx. I went to high school and middle school Westchester area, and then after college I moved to Brooklyn, and I've been here ever since.
All right.
Yeah.
Dope, dope. So now let's get into origins of names. When I first saw your name after listening to No Prayers to the Devil. I said, is he a sneakerhead?
A little bit.
Okay.
Nothing crazy. But yeah, I was going with the I used to go under the name Air Max, and we changed that up to 94 Max. For the branding. So yeah.
Aesthetic purposes.
So
I get that. Yep.
I wouldn't call myself a sneakerhead. I couldn't rifle off like names and collections of shoes, but you know what I mean? It's definitely something that I appreciate for sure. You know.
All right. And for you, Ox Omni, I know originally it was Ox Don.
Yeah, man. The original name was Ox Don Echelon. And you know, it derived from sentimental, family reasons. Our cousin, very close. He was incarcerated back in 2008. He got sentenced to life in prison. And since then, it definitely affected me.
Mm-hmm.
And as throughout the years, the idea, I was already known for being with him so much, and you know what I'm saying, people pretty much thought we were the same people, anyway. So it was like, once he got incarcerated, and I went full head in with the music. It was like, the idea came like, this is a way to keep him alive. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he never gets parole. He's got about 12 in right now, whatever it is, from 08 to now, whatever that is. Once he hits that 25 mark, hopefully he gets that parole, makes his board or whatnot. But, until then, you know what I'm saying, he out here. You know what I'm saying? As far as I'm concerned, he out here, you know what I mean? So that's where the Ox come from, you know what I mean? And the Omni part is just, that came along with the growth. Me, as an artist, as a human being, the best way to describe what I've become, is I feel like I'm boundless, limitless in my creative ability, man. Like there's no limits to where I could take you as far as this creativity is concerned with this music. So, omnificent is actually the full word, and I just shortened it. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
Omni, Ox Omni. Right.
Got you.
So that's the whole, it's everything with me. It got to be a meaning, man. It's everything. It's not just for the face value. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the last album, even Choir, I never had the chance to break it down like this. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
Now's the time, man. Any questions? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There it is.
Yeah, man. Word. Mm-hmm.
Being that we're talking about that project from 2022, let's go into the what video was it? Gunblaze.
Yeah.
Let's let the people see that real quick.
Yeah, man. Each on my brother roam streets, man. Shout out to the homie, man. Bad influence and what.
Look, hey yo, check. I still don't consider it luck. For every time I made a way when shit wasn't on the up and up. Rolling Stone, I didn't see my mother much. I was on the dark side like Anakin, scrambling, dope handling. In the land of sin, hand cannon brandishing. One who stand with the brand, hand me the bands, then we can begin. That's the policy, no apologies. Rub the plug, it's like the narcotic lottery. Gave the game a lot of me. Now my shit lit, even the I can see, left the corners, now my rap checks is 5 times your read. I'm fucking the world, fill a vagina squeeze, find trees, keep my mind at ease. Fuck you and your mind is speed. They love the lie, fear the honesty, they honor me. I piss in the Grammy and knock the block off the nominee. To the spot, I swear solemnly, you gotta deal, your soul signed up inside of me. Smooth highway robbery, fuck a fake friend, me and my Glock got camaraderie. I keep a cock where it resides, is on the side of me.
Look, learn. Oh, to the look, the remedy, who the sick, spirit form, but not of it mentally. What compared to me? Crack methamphetamine, make that monkey feel heavy, get head and lean. Product fresh out the hills, ain't no Beverly, forever be. Capital energy on the felons, he get richer schemes indeed. Still about it, hope you been about it. It's me, they doubt it, pray that bad fit, easily rerouted. No beating routed, speeding through my past life, pedal on the gas, nice. Welcome to the crash site. He like, how the fuck you make it out it? Godly flows, every devil encountered. Demons must got me fucked up. How they tryna abduct us? I guess they talking all the strongest since we don't get much love. Ain't no muzzle on the speech. Puzzled by my reach. Let's wait to have my feet. Solid planet with no cleats. I'm God made with articulation like parquet. Calm, cool, still accompanied by gun blaze.
We done back then. I mean, yeah. Yeah, the good one. Good one.
Gunblaze. Now, how do you pronounce the album again?
Genesequa.
Genesequa. All right.
Yeah.
I got to keep that in my head.
Yeah,
Genesequa.
Genesequa. Means like this. It's like it's a thing about you. It's like something about it, the thing, a person or place or thing that has a about it. Like there's no word to describe what's so appeasing about this thing. Or so I felt like, that's the best way to describe my music. It's very unorthodox, very obscure, abstract. It definitely has a Genesequa about it. Something you like about it and you don't know why. That type shit. Well,
that's the uniqueness.
Yeah, man.
Yep. And shout out to Wavy the God that produced the track Gunblaze.
God Wavy, man. To God Wavy. I got more than Wavy with Wavy too. Y'all stay tuned.
Oh man. That's dope.
Yeah. That's home.
Now I was mentioning SoundCloud in the intro.
Yeah.
When I went back and listened to Not For Sale, I know it's been a minute, right?
Yo, that tape, yeah, that was a dope tape though, man. A dope tape.
It definitely is. You on that, even though it's an EP, you showed how diverse you are. And one of the tracks where you really switched it up nicely is A Pimp Said.
Yo, that's like a 2-piece in one. One. Yo, that was like a thing I was doing at the time. I was doing a lot of songs where I would make 2 songs in one. Because I was, what I'm saying? And it's a crazy backstory behind all this music, man. Cause like that's why I say when people ask me, they say, "What's your music about?" It's music you could live to. It's shit you could live to, man. Because it's really just my life. I'm my shit I go through, man. That's what I talk about. I just make it metaphorical. I make it layered. So you got to really break it down, and once you really get what's going on, you know what I'm saying? You realize I'm speaking for us, man. I'm speaking for us, man. But that record, man. The funny thing with that record was, I was in the field at the time, man. Super outside, man. Super. You know what I'm saying? Not on the right track. You know what I mean? And the funny thing with that record is I got jumped. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real. I got jumped and shit in Queens. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget that shit, man. I'm keeping it real. We on air and whatnot, but it's life we living. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we was on others. We out here. We playing the field, man. So I got jumped and I ended up getting hospitalized. You know what I'm saying? My mouth, my shit wired up and all crazy. And I came out the studio, and that was one of the Hospital was the first songs I recorded after I took the wires and screws out my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
So, like how 50 did he got shot and shit.
Uh-huh.
It was like that for that record. That was like the first record I recorded with my mouth like reset, my shit reset it, like, you know what I mean? But yeah. Probably too much information for the people, but it's real like that with Omni, you know what I'm saying? Omni
Got you.
man.
And
But,
for those that are tuning in, I put the SoundCloud link for y'all to definitely go check out Not For Sale 1 and 2, as well as what was the other one?
it's not
Judas Days was another one.
Judas Days, that's another project I should definitely check out.
And there was one more. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
I went to.
It was Amuse something.
Amuse Boost.
There you go. Yeah.
So that project, it's like the appetizer. That's what that means, you know. Amuse Bouche. It's like the French word for appetizer. So when you go to the restaurant, you get the Amuse Bouche. It's like the chef's choice of his finest things. He gives you everything. So that's pretty much why I call that project that. You know what I mean? I be trying, you know what I mean, do a little something for the people, man. Make it, you know.
Got you.
What up?
That's what's up. Now, you know, you got Rome Streets on projects. You part of Bad Influence. How long have you two known each other?
Oh man, that's, you know,
because that's like a day one for you, right?
Day one, man. That's day one. There's definitely more than music. That's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? It's way more than music, way deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? We started this shit together, keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole shit that's going on, not necessarily, you know, to where it's at now. Like, but it was just me and him in the. You know what I'm saying, local cats around the neighborhood, same high school. We was the ones doing this rap thing on that high level. At that point where, we was already running around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying, making waves. We were known as the two nicest dudes around. You know what I mean? And we did our first show together. First time he ever performed, first time I ever performed was shit we had together. You know what I'm saying? But this is like back in 08, 09, man. We didn't know where this shit was going to end up. You know what I mean? So, I ended up, doing some time when Wayne shit. By the time I doubled back, the homie had his own tilt, man. You know what I'm saying? Took it where it needed to go. You know what I mean? So it's just picking up where we left off, man. What up? It's really all it is.
That's what's up. Yeah, I remember early when I started listening to Rome. I think it might have been 2016 or 17, and then I think it was 2018. He dropped "Streets Keep Calling Me."
Yep. That's when I doubled back. That's when I came back.
Okay.
That's how I ended up jumping.
Because that's when Not For Sale was out. Yeah, the same year, right?
Same year, I dropped Not For Sale. And I ended up on Streets Keep Calling. Wow. Yeah.
Yep. And then I think that year I copped the CD off his Bandcamp, and then maybe a few months later he performed in Jersey City with Danielson, who was also on your project.
That's my guy. Right
Crime Apple and a few other people was out at that show that day.
Yeah, I haven't had the opportunity to, I'm saying, tap them guys. So, sure.
Yeah, that's what's up. And also a big shout out to China Streets doing her thing.
Yeah, that's my sister too, man.
It's her time now. You could tell it's her time. So, big salute. Shout out also 183rd. They did their thing on From Hill to Chanel album, which is now you can go cop it on vinyl as well.
Absolutely. And CDs.
Yep.
And CDs. And as a matter of fact,
CD right there.
Promote my sister CDs, man. I'm on this too. Make sure y'all go cop up.
That's right.
Make sure y'all go cop.
You're on that track right back.
The CDs, you know what I'm saying? It's a track list. you know, make sure y'all tap in, man. Bad Influence NYC, my sister out right now. Make sure y'all go tap in. You know what I mean? Word.
Put that link up there for y'all go support.
Good stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. By the way, too, I'm gonna wait till we get to that. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, say too much yet. I know y'all probably gonna ask me.
What's that?
Now, I mean, as far as this new album,
about the track?
Ready. I got some physicals on the way for the people too, man. So I'll definitely stay in tune.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
Dope. So when did you and 94 Max start working on the new album?
Oh shoot, man. Was it yeah, 2 years ago?
Maybe like a year and a half.
I say a year and a half, where we consciously said this is headed into an album. We're gonna make this album. Because it was just like regular routine, you know what I mean? Pulling up, making music. Something sparked. One night something sparked. And because I was figuring it out. I was like, I didn't know where I was gonna create my album at. But I knew I was in the mode, you know, so something sparked this one particular night. I came in and we knocked out like 6 joints. We did like 6 joints back to back. You know what I'm saying? Knocked them out, 6 joints. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. We looked at each other and shit. And he like, yeah,
we
man.
have a project now.
Like, I think we got a project, bro. And I'm like,
yeah, that was almost after the album right there. Yep.
Yeah, we started from there. It was 6 joints, and I mean, now that we're at the end, now that we're hearing the album's out, no, I think only one of those joints made the album. Only one out of the 6 joints made the album, man. Because we did like all together, probably like 50 joints.
Yeah,
it's probably joints, and we went with 13. You know what I'm saying? Real. So there's a lot of shit that y'all and trust. 2025 is gonna be a beautiful year, man. I got y'all.
I hear that. That's what's up.
Y'all loving what y'all getting right now. Oh yeah, we in for a good ride. So we got some shit. Shit for y'all, man. All right.
Now, did you have the title already set before you started creating any music?
Sometimes that is the process for me. You know what I mean? Like that was the process for Genesis Choir. I had the title set, but however, for No Prince to the Devil, no, that was not the title. Because what it was, I had a type. My original title was Rise On Detra, which is reason and justification for one's existence. And I started building an album around that. And I just, I didn't, I took a while to, I wasn't in that pocket anymore. You know what I mean? When I started it, that pocket just didn't feel like where I was at no more. I felt like I grew past that. And I actually ended up breaking up that album, and some of that album ended up on Genesis Choir. Like Red Rum was actually from that album that never came out. I mean, but long story short, the direction for this album kind of sparked like very organically, and literally the amount of time that it took to create the project was the time process that it took for me to come up with the title, like down to the very end. Like I you know, like I was going through shit. You know, life was throwing me some curveballs, man, and you know, I also overcame a lot of shit in the process too, and it made me kind of like, it opened my mind. You know, I came into like a realization of self in a sense. You know what I mean? Like where, you know, you always knew right from wrong. You always know good and evil, but it resonates a little differently when you got to question your integrity. You know, say, who do I want to be? Do I want to be a good person? And what would make me be a good person, or do I want to continue to be a bad person? Because it's not about what you think about yourself; it's about what others think about you. In the sense, like if you want me to tell you what kind of person you are, you know, all I gotta do is ask the people around you in your life, and I'll figure it out.
Yep.
That'll be a better. You could tell me anybody, you know, but you know who you are is based off of the imprint you leave behind, you know, on the people you experience. So I'm like, you know what? Disparity between right and wrong and good and evil, the good wolf, the bad wolf within us. We're all living, constantly battling to be better people and, you know, find good, you know, positive and legitimate ways to provide for our families and whatnot. And we all come from different walks of life and shit. So it's like, how can I summarize all of this shit under one umbrella? And this was the process because the album is talking about me having to go take, you know, go take shit to get through, being a, you know, getting to it, you know, the wrong way, you know, the wrong way, selling drugs, whatever it is I was doing. I'm talking about all of that on the project, but I'm also talking about how it's affecting me, how it's affecting my children, how it affected my family. So then there's the good in me because I care about how my kids are affected. That's the good in me. I care about how what my mother thinks about me, and you know,
That's key. Yeah.
like so it's like, you know, you start to you become conflicted, and you're like, damn, if I keep thinking that the answer to fix my life is to go the crooked way because I feel like, oh, I don't have no other choice. Do I not have a choice? You know, do I really not have a choice? So that's where it is. It's like you're playing chess with the devil because his job is to make you think that this is gonna fix it, and it's the wrong thing. It's probably gonna jam you up or scratch you out completely if you're not careful. So the concept of dancing with the devil, like that's why records like Immortal Technique, you know, that song resonated with my childhood very much. But it's kind of like that concept, you know, understanding that we have to feed the right energy within ourselves as human beings, and also what we're putting out there. We gotta give the truth to the people. You know what I'm saying? So that's what No Prayers to the Devil is, man. It's about manifestation and the power of it. And if we speak negative things over our lives, or we complain about the things we don't have, and it's powerful for that to actually manifest. And that's the devil's plan. The devil doesn't want you to be happy, or your kids to feel good about you, or your family to be proud of you. The devil wants you to think that, oh yeah, I'm fucked up anyway, so might as well be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I caught on, you know what I'm saying? And I said, yeah, this is the message that I want to share to the world. I want people to kind of like, you know, look within themselves and just think about the choices they're making, man. Because I feel like we're in a time that's we're losing humanity, man. Humanity is like we don't love each other no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? And not the way we should, you know.
Always trying to make a best effort for negativity to
Yeah,
prevail.
and it's like you don't have to be all go to church every Sunday. You don't
Right.
gotta do that, man. Just be human, man, and stand for the right things, man, and want to see, you know, better for the kids, you know, for the future. You know what I'm saying? I want my kids and my younger brothers and sisters to have better opportunities than I had at their age. You know, man. We
And
encourage them to sell drugs and do the shit that we know the outcome of. We know this shit gonna put us in jail. You know what I'm saying? We know this shit go. We, you know what I'm saying? So stop fronting. You know what I mean? I ain't fronting. Y'all can front. I ain't fronting. You know what I'm saying?
it's always up to you to make that choice. But I like how you put it because you question oneself first before you question others.
Don't stop.
Because you are the final factor in making those decisions of where your path's going to lead to.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. And you know, and the title was especially even more so inspired when I there was a movie film I watched, and I kind of just it was out of boredom, man. I was kicking it. I'm like,
Talking about that Dog Man movie?
yeah, I'm like, what's this dog, man? If anybody ever gets a chance to check that out, it starts out a little weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does.
You might be like, yo, what the fuck is this, right? But if you just hang in there for about 10 minutes or something, you know what I'm saying? You realize that it ain't even what it seems. You know what I'm saying? It's actually just some shit what you do You know, he had a messed up childhood. He grew up kind of rough, and pops put him through some shit,
Yep.
and he still managed to have a little light in him. You know what I mean? And somebody asked him like, "Yo, how you still got that light after all that shit you've been through?" And he's like, because I believe that when you complain, you only giving power to the devil to manifest. Complaints are praise to the devil. I was like, "Oh, this shit's crazy," and I looked a little bit more into it, and it's something Bob Marley said. That was the original quote, came from Bob Marley, and I just kind of flipped it around. Praise to the devil.
Yeah.
You know?
And the reason I knew about the movie is because the writer director is Luc Besson, French producer director, and
Yeah.
I know of his films like The Professional,
Yeah.
The Fifth Element.
Wow. I see. I didn't even get that far into who his resume, but that's crazy. Those are some classics. Those are some classics.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, man.
You gotta tell me what's the significance of you having French words.
Oh, I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not Haitian or nothing like that, man. But I've always took a liking to the language more so.
Okay.
I wouldn't say the culture. I found the language to be it's a cool language. You know what I mean? Certain things they say, I think the words are very like two words. It means such so much. Yeah, I like that about their language, and it's just for some reason it always comes across my radar.
Hmm.
You know, and it always resonates with something I'm dealing with. Because rise on Detra. I found that word in a magazine. I'm saying? Like I'm reading a fucking magazine and I'm like, what the fuck is this word? And I look it up and I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. Reason and for purpose and justification for one's existence. That's crazy. I'm like, oh, I took that.
Yep.
Yeah.
94 Max, I didn't forget about you.
Yeah.
It's still here.
Tell us, how you go about when you were creating No Prayers to the Devil. Because your sound, you got some of your production is vocal driven, and others is more can be more melodic. It has certain sonics to it that you don't always hear too often with certain producers.
Yeah, man. I would just say like I kind of just create what I create. I'm a musician first, so usually there is no real end goal in mind. I feel like that's when I actually do my best. Sometimes like I'll be making a boom bap beat, or I'll sit down and I was inspired by some type of like boom bap beat, and then I'll end up making a trap beat, just because that's how it all comes together. But that's the beauty in sampling, or composing in general, is you really don't know where it's going to take you. And the process with the album was really just like just a collection of I guess what resonated most with Ox in the times that we were together, and after that really just structuring it out to build a bigger piece, um, put all the puzzle pieces together, more
Yeah.
so to say. But yeah, it's one of those funny things about just making art, is like going with the flow and really trying not to have too much of an end goal in mind, because that will, more times than not, I feel, limit you. But yeah. What was
The process of creating an album.
the process of creating the
Like what?
album?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
because we can both answer that in a way. I mean, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, because it's the process was very organic, man. It wasn't no template. It wasn't a template. It wasn't no premeditated thing. We just kind of like we created records, man, and sat back and listened to them and realized that there was a story being told. You know what I'm saying? And once we got like half of it together, you know, he was pretty much we were synchronized in the process. So he knew he just provided the perfect sounds for whatever I wanted to articulate. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really. It was very organic, man. It's the best way I could put it. You know what I mean? It was no premeditated structuring, nothing, man. We just went in there and we got good chemistry already because you know what sparked our chemistry was Short Shot off the Genesis Choir project. That was around the first time I met Max. I was introduced to him by one of the other homies in the camp, Ace SL. Y'all probably heard of him too, Ace. You know what I mean? He another dope MC. You know what I mean? From the towns. You know what I mean? From Brooklyn. Y'all should definitely check him out too, man. So, but he introduced me to Ed Max, and from there it was just. You know what I'm saying? Magic, man. We met each other and you know what I'm saying? You know that look. You give each other that look like, yo, ew, you know what I'm saying? Like we both kind of like low key acknowledge that we was plotting. We was plotting to do some incredible shit together. That was sure the plan. To do something incredible together because I instantly noticed that shit. Once I got with the bro, you know what I'm saying, I realized that his sounds complemented my style. You know what I'm saying? Like very well. You know what I mean? So just ran with this shit, man.
Yeah, and I got a little sidetracked, but the point that I was trying to make is like, yeah, every track was really just like the result of just creating what we wanted to hear at the time, and then being organized about it. So just as a producer, that was really it. Like kind of Ox said, there was no real like premeditation to any of it. It was just it was it was just that. It was just that. Yeah.
That's how, I think it's up to the artist to recognize that, and also the producer. I mean, you know, you're gonna make dope records with a lot of people, but there's gonna be that one producer that's gonna kind of like.
That's it. Yep.
And for me, that's my brother Max right here, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I definitely got a lot more to look forward to from us too. Going forward.
Nice. 94 Max. What instruments do you play?
I play a little bit of piano, working on some guitar, but if you told me to really play a song, I'm not. I don't know any songs. Everything I've really accomplished as an artist. I'm not professionally trained. I never went to music school, or anything. I've learned everything that I know just from YouTube. A lot of hours by myself on the computer. My best instrument is really the computer keyboard. So a lot of the things that you'll hear that aren't sampled. I think most of the records on the project are samples. There's a few where I'm playing piano, and then of course we add some bass lines and everything. But everything's right off the computer keyboard. That's really my main instrument. But the goal is to develop my skills as a musician, just in general. That's the bigger art form there. So, and like as I'm learning piano and a little bit of guitar, you see bigger pieces of the puzzle unlock for yourself in the things that you're doing, whether that be just like jamming along to records is how, I've kind of really just taught myself a lot of what I do know. So
that's dope. Self-taught. There you go.
Yep. I also have a background as a DJ, so that's what really got me into music in the first place was DJ.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned it earlier. Yep.
So that's something I want to get more back into as well. But for now, the production stuff's taking up a lot of my time. So, and that's really where my heart is too. But I do love getting stuff. So it's a good time.
I feel you on that. I've recently gotten back into the DJing. As you can see, I got a few of my records right there, but our turntables are back there as well. You can't see them too well. Let's see. Real quick. See them over there, right there.
Yeah.
Nice collection.
So before we talk about the 3 features on here, let's give the people the visuals for the track Angelic, and then from there we'll talk a little bit about the features, because I know you don't have too much time left.
Oh, for sure.
All right, there it is.
Love how I can do, kick niggas dog with the big gun. Look, lie. Spend the money to make money. Cause if we ain't got it, the nigga, we take money. I know my fate ballin', I ride with that thing fully. Loaded to the tip, but willing to hit ready. So we don't wanna talk or shoot you no fear heady. Your arms too short to send it, your feet heavy. Devil but the spill too far, we angelic. Started dancing, now I'm deep in the damn belly, Lord. Dawg, you swear I used to sling raw. At 250 grams, really times 4. And that times 100, probably in the vent floor. That's why the feds watching, but they ain't too sure. I kick it for my pusher dogs, them coke reservoirs. The rainy days coming, but they looking sunny for us. Rap money in my forecast, kinda sore when it come to find art or parallel your source. Nigga me the most flee while I'm in the drawers. But then I tell her like Snoop, we don't let a horse. Plenty in the course, ma, maybe we could floss. I took her shopping later on, she let me pull it off. That money talks, who got it, don't ask what it costs. The roof missing the button, the stop, but the soft letters on the seat, the latest of course. Praying doors, daydreaming what little he had could afford. Look, spend the money to make money. Cause if we ain't got it, the nigga, we take money. I know my fate ballin', I ride with that thing fully. Loaded to the tip, but willing to hit ready. So we don't wanna talk or shoot you no fear heady. Your arms too short to send it, your fear heavy. Devil with a spiritual form, we angelic. Started dancing, now I'm deep in the damn belly. Bitch, yeah.
Angelic.
Yeah, man. That record is like I was explaining earlier, man. It's like that song explains it right on, you know what I mean? Spot on. It's like you don't spend money to make money. If we ain't got it, then we take money. Devil but a spiritual form, we angelic.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I might do some devilish shit, but I'm an angelic being. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good person. I'm a good individual. I have good intentions. You know what I'm saying? It's always purposeful, but I do the wrong thing. For the wrong things I've done. Fast. But yeah, man. And then I ended the verse by saying, "I'm daydreaming what little I had could afford." You know what I'm saying? So that whole everything I just broke down was just a daydream. You know what I'm saying? It didn't really happen. Allegedly. Yeah.
I feel you on that. When it comes to the album, I mean, even though you got 3 features on here, the way the 2 of you work together, it could have easily just been the 2 of you, and that was it. So what made you want to bring, the home team, Rome Streets, on there, Danielson, and also Rock Noir?
That was a good question, man. Definitely, definitely took, said the right thing as far as, we didn't need to add anybody because that's how we felt. We felt the same way. Like we don't even need nobody. Shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was like with me when I make music with people, it has to be genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't those like generic features. You know what I'm saying? Like for the money, yeah, I want to make money off the music, all that, but I like to make music that's genuine. I really rock with the person that I make music.
Yeah.
So, the Rock Mule feature came together real dope because, you know, during the process of making the album, I was, like I said, I was going through my life experiences and whatnot. And the homie sent me a track. He was somebody that tapped in with me from early, where I like that about him. I seen that he had certain things going on, and he went for the guy that didn't seem like he was all lit. Like he went. You know what I'm saying? He still noticed that I had some shit with me, and I know he didn't even have to speak on it. You know what I mean? It was like
Yeah.
he tapped in, and he was showing love on everything I posted, and I was like, all right. I checked him out, and I seen that he was tapped in over there with Rock Marcy.
Yep.
So like, all right, bro, work it. So I'm like, all right, let's make it happen. So now he sent me the track, and I ended up getting injured. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't record the song on time, so I didn't make the album. So you know what I mean? I felt the way about it. I'm like, damn, I ain't make the bro album. I know he wanted me on the album, so in my way of kind of making that right, I sent him a track for my album. You know what I'm saying? He killed that shit, man. Killed that shit. He sent the verse back. I was like, yeah, this is it. This was perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard the track and I was like, yeah, if there was anybody, I don't think an American artist would add the flair to this that this would need. Like I could have put anybody on that shit, but
Mhm.
for some reason I felt like that brother, man. Like I heard the beat and I heard him. You know what I'm saying? I heard the beat and I heard him right away. As soon as we recorded, I said, "Yo, Max, I know exactly who I'm gonna send this to."
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I sent it to him, loved it, and he did what he had to do with that, man, for real. Salute to him. Salute to the bro on that, you know what I mean? Now, as far as Rome, I mean, it's a similar thing. I knew that record was a very special record, and the concept of the record, Kitchen Counter, is, a kid aspiring to be a great musician one day. You know what I'm saying? He has the dream, wants to be a rapper, but he has no clue on what the journey has in store for him. You know what I'm saying? This shit is about to rock his world. Just for him to get where he's trying to go. You know what I'm saying? So it's like for my mother's kitchen counter, I hope they played me on the station. You know what I'm saying? And it resonated for Rome because we started this shit together. You know what I'm saying? We was the ones in the beginning trying to make the shit happen in a fucking basement apartment, one bedroom, not knowing where the hell life was gonna take us, sitting in there for hours just freestyling, rapping together. Like, yo, you know what I mean? You dope, bro. We about to go record this shit right here. We just want to listen to it.
Yeah.
We didn't even know where to send it to. You know what I'm saying? So Kitchen Counter was just like, yo, it was a perfect concept for that match with our friendship. You know what I'm saying? Our brotherhood. You know what I mean? So you know, I couldn't see nobody else perfect for that record. And as far as the favorite episode, I had the opportunity to meet my bro on tour, man. I believe it was I want to say it was the Kiss the Ring tour. Yeah, it was the Kiss the Ring tour. The bro came out and we did a few sets together, man. And through that, we actually ended up staying in the same room. You know what I'm saying? Same hotel and all that shit. We shacked up, couple all the homies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And we built, and I came to realize that we had a lot in common, man. Because I spent a lot of my early childhood in Canada.
That's what's up.
I used to go to Canada every summer and tap in with my family out there. And so once we had a connection there because he's from Canada. So I was able to speak on some things that you would have to go there. Only if you went there you would know. You know what I'm saying? Um, so the homie, we just clicked, man, and I sent him the record. Sent that right back. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that was actually the last feature in that order. You know what I'm saying? Rock New feature was first, Rome second, and then literally is ordered on the album. Word. You know what I mean? Yeah, and as far as the features went, man. But I could have added some more people, man. There's a lot of people I got some dope shit with, man, and just good relationships with as well, man. So y'all look forward, man. Y'all about to get some shit. You know what I mean? You don't tell them over here, man, or who you gonna hear me with. It's crazy right now. That's all I'm gonna say. It's crazy. It's just what the game's. I feel like this is what the game needs, man. We need people who could still appreciate what was done before and just want to add something fresh to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking none of the new guys, and I definitely appreciate the old guys. You know, they inspired the shit out of me, man. So you know, it's about adding my element to the culture and you know, making this a greater thing. You know, man.
You're definitely doing that. Appreciate it.
Okay.
You know, I like the way 94 Max lays down his the vocal samples on tracks, like the one you mentioned with Rome Streets, which is the kitchen counter.
Thank you, bro.
Because the way it is layered, it's not overbearing, and the way Ox comes in, just like almost right after the vocals come in, and then you drop the drums in later on. It's dope the way it played out like that.
Thank you. That was like, it's funny because that was a track that we had like we tweaked that both on the vocal end and on the production end. Like, it's funny that you said that because like I messed around a lot with those vocal chops, trying to like even realign them back with like the vocals a little bit because they did get in the way, and like laying the drums on that one was tricky too because I like wanted to get like really get in the right pocket around those vocals and Ox's vocals. So yeah. It's cool you noticed that.
Excuse me, man. We kind of dropped the phone.
That's all right. You still there though. You good. Still, you know, and I hope more people that listening to it or future listeners that listen to it just get to appreciate the synergy that the two of y'all have with us. And like I said again, 94 Max is still, you know, a newcomer to me, and I appreciate what I've been hearing. So
thank you.
I'm definitely going to try and find out what else you got out there.
Not that much out, but there's more to come soon. Definitely more to come.
Yeah, man. You know, we definitely brought the best out of one another as creatives on this project, man. And
That's great to hear. Yeah.
You know, I'm grateful that the people are receiving it well, man, and connecting with it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely were very meticulous, if not anything, about this project. Stitched it up, you know what I'm saying, to the best of our liking, first and foremost, you know, before we even thought about how the world was going to receive it. Mm-hmm. You know, we made sure that it was up to the standards of us too. So, you know, this kind of just allows us to trust ourselves a lot more, you know what I'm saying, with what we're doing and what we're presenting to the people, man. So this is dope. You know what I'm saying, even for us as the creators, man. We're enjoying it just as much as y'all. You know what I'm saying? Grateful for real. Word.
For real.
That's what's up. Now, just a few minutes. There's one track that I got to talk about because it's a dope track that you were on. You were a guest feature on, and I'm a big fan of this artist, MC producer from South Memphis, Luca. He was on that joint. 13.
Yeah, man. You really went and found them joints, man.
Yeah.
You went and found them joints. People be, yo, for real. People be, yeah, he found the joints and he listening. For real. That's love. That's so cool. That's all. That's dope. Big Luca, that's one of my guys, man. Yo, Luca, I met Luca very early, maybe about 3-4 years ago. I met Luca, man, and we were doing like those sessions where all the guys from all over, from the Bronx, wherever, Brooklyn, you just come to the lab and just bar up. You know what I'm saying? And Luca came in. You know what I'm saying? And we, it's like I said, it's like when steel sharp is steel. You know, like we noticed that we both was sharp with the pen. You know what I'm saying? And he like, yo, you know what I mean? And it happened. That record with me, him, and Passport Rav.
Yeah.
Real dope, man.
Crazy. Yeah, I was banging joint. And shout out to Waltz as well, the producer on that joint.
Yeah, shout out to the bro, man. That record definitely gets overlooked. I feel like, it's one of them songs that kind of got overlooked in the catalog, man. But
yeah.
Hopefully that's changed now, man. Most definitely.
Might have to go share that again tomorrow.
Yeah, man. People gotta hear that.
Yeah.
It's just it's just speaking from perspectives that with me as the artist, it's like, yo, thinking out loud. Like it's different when you're just gonna say something, but then you might think it a certain way, but you can't say it how you're thinking it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it how I'm thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to say it how I'm thinking it, like some real, like you got to go in there and decipher what the fuck I'm talking about. But it's like you're talking to yourself. That particular record is like a conversation with yourself. You're talking to the monster in there, and the monster is like, take it easy. They don't even know I'm here. You know what I'm saying? But I can come out at any given moment.
Do the deed. Yep. Dope, man. Ox Omni, 94 Max, the album.
Salute.
Prayers to the Devil is out now. And as we heard, physicals are coming soon. So y'all be on the lookout for that real soon.
Yeah, man. Be on the lookout for the vinyls. We'll have vinyls. We'll have cassettes. We'll have CDs. Working on the merch. Yeah, man. We going to get y'all the whole works with this. Most definitely.
Definitely. I thank both of you for, giving me more insight into not just the album, but, what's been going on, in your life and how y'all came to be in the music as well. So definitely appreciated that.
Of course, man. Of course, man. Pleasure's all mine, man. I appreciate you having us on the platform, man. It's been an honor. Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Definitely. Now, let everyone know where they can, reach out to you and also support.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Reach out and support me on first and foremost on Instagram. That's mainly where I spend a lot of my time, man. So y'all can follow me on Instagram, Ox_Omni. Ox_Omni. Also on the Twitter, that's Ox Original with 2 X's. And on the Facebook is Ox Omni, Ox Don. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Those are the platforms. You know what I'm saying? You can support or contact me or whatever. You want to do a feature, you want to do a song. Let's make it happen, man. Let's make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? And definitely tap in and stay tuned in, man. I got a lot more on the way for the people. Yeah, man. Shit.
And you as well, 94 Max.
Yeah. It's 94 Max with 2 A's. Instagram. I just got on Twitter, so probably not gonna, or X or whatever. I'm probably not gonna use it much. I'm not I'm not that big on social media, but yeah, Instagram's a good place to tap in with me.
Okay.
Yeah, man. For sure. But we about to, we got to be active on every platform, man, because it's different people be in different places, man. We got to stay on top of things. So you can reach me everywhere, man. Reach us everywhere, anywhere. We're gonna see them comments. We definitely gonna get back at you. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Hear that. And before we go, once again, I put the link down there for the album. Anyone that's paying attention or future listeners of this interview, the link is there. Go check it out, listen, support, share it, let everyone know about it.
Peace to the people, man. Already.
On behalf of our HHDG media crew, we're gonna say peace.
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 Peace to the people.